So what are the top 5 questions I get asked again and again by people who are thinking of moving to the Central Florida area? That's what we're talking about today, and I'm starting right now. Hi there, what is up? I'm Kathy Williams, residential realtor here in Orlando, Florida. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I talk about the Orlando lifestyle and all things real estate. And if that's something that you're interested in, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click that bell, and that way you won't miss out on any upcoming videos. So today I am talking about the top 5 questions that I get asked again and again by people who are thinking, should I move to Central Florida? And if so, these are the questions that I would ask again and again. Starting with number 1, safety. How safe is Orlando? How safe are the neighborhoods? How safe are the suburbs? People ask these questions a lot. And of course, Orlando is a big city, so there are some parts of it that you maybe not want to hang out in that much, or parts of it that aren't going to be quite as safe as other parts. However, for the most part, Orlando is a very safe area to live. So there's a website called Safewisecom that I checked out just to see, where Orlando ranked as far as safety. I was very surprised to see our very own Winter Springs, which is a suburb of Orlando, ranked number 6 as the top most safe cities in the state of Florida. Also on the list was Oviedo. Oviedo came in at number 9, so that was nice. You've seen probably my video about Oviedo. You can watch that. I'll click the link up there for you to see my video about Oviedo. And I think Winter Springs is mentioned in my top 7 suburbs of Orlando, which is a really popular video if you haven't seen that one. Number 16 out of all the cities in Florida was St. Cloud, and St. Cloud is kind of a sleepy little suburb. It's actually in Osceola County, and it's just south of the Lake Nona area, which Lake Nona is this huge up-and-coming area, medical city, all kinds of great things are happening out in Lake Nona. So St. Cloud is just south of there, and it's just a nice little safe area. Next on the list, and a little further down, it was ranked number 32, but you have to understand there's hundreds and hundreds of towns and cities in the state of Florida, so I think even to be ranked number 32 is really good. But number 32 is Lake Mary, and Lake Mary is a suburb of Orlando. It's in Seminole County. I have a whole video on Lake Mary up there that I can attach. Lots and lots of great things happening in Lake Mary, and it's a super safe area to live. Very nice, very clean, beautiful area, lots of trees and beautiful natural surroundings in Lake Mary as well. And also on Safewise.com, Maitland, which is pretty urban. Maitland is located right in the downtown Orlando area. It's just north of Winter Park. So that's a very nice suburb of Orlando, and that was ranked number 36 out of all the cities in Florida as one of the safest cities to live in. So that was pretty cool. If you like that Winter Park, Maitland area, it's a very nice, safe area. And finally, just to round it out, is Clermont. And Clermont is really, it's definitely not considered Orlando. It's in Lake County. It's on the other side of Winter Garden. It's very hilly and it's very beautiful. And sorry, I don't have a video on Clermont yet. It seems like every time I go out there it's raining. I don't know why, but anyways, at some point I will do a video on Clermont because it is quite beautiful out there, and it's quite different than Orlando because it is really hilly. And I know you think, wait a minute, what? Because Florida is so flat. But I think Clermont is the only hilly part of the entire state of Florida. Maybe when you go up north a little bit there towards Tallahassee and that sort of area, you might find some hills, but really I think it's almost the only hilly spot in the whole state. And it's very pretty. It was ranked in the 40s, I think 45, for the most safe cities to live in all of Florida. So all that to say, yes, Florida has some dangerous parts as any state, as any place, but we have a lot of really safe areas. So I think overall, I think Florida is probably a pretty safe area to live. Number 2 on the list, the question I get asked over and over is about the wildlife in Florida, and specifically our friend, the gators. Yes, we know everybody hates gators. I don't think I know anyone who actually loves gators or is like a big gator fan, other than, of course, the football team, the Gators. And then we have huge numbers of fans for for those gators. But the real gators that live in the waterways here, nobody likes, but they do exist. If you are looking at a waterway, there either will be a gator there has been a gator there, or one will be coming there. They're all around here, but you don't see them like on a day-to-day. Like I can go months without actually seeing a gator. And only reason why I see them probably more than most other people is I like to go hiking and I like to go paddleboarding, so I'm out in nature quite a bit, so that's where you're going to see them. But in the urban areas, you're just really not going to see gators very often. They're not really a threat that you have to worry about, but they're here, so you have to be cautious. Don't feed the gators. Definitely don't feed the gators. Bears, and actually up in Seminole County, which is that Lake Mary area that I was talking about, in Longwood and some of the little towns up there, people do see bears from time to time, and so definitely be careful of those. But again, in the Orlando area, in the urban area, and most of the areas of Central Florida, you don't have a bear issue. Deer, if you are out in certain areas, you will see deer from time to time, but again, it's going to be pretty rare sighting, except again, if you're up in that Lake Mary, that Seminole County area where there's a lot of natural wildlife preserves up there, there's a better chance of seeing deer. But I think my favorite part about this area for the wildlife is the birds. We have the most incredible selection of birds in this area. Everything from ibis to egrets to sandhill cranes. There's just so many beautiful birds in this area. It's incredible. I go for a walk and I'll see a bird. It's just an incredible looking bird. So that part of living in Central Florida, I do love. Now, some people include in the wildlife the mosquitoes because they call that the national bird of Florida. And I have to say that honestly, it's kind of weird, but ever since we got Zika virus here, they've been spraying. They spray a lot because the Zika virus was so dangerous that now I don't even, I haven't seen or had a mosquito bite in literally years. So, and again, I'm out a lot, so I don't know. They may not like my blood type either, but that's a whole nother story. On to the next question. Number 3, the weather. Okay, people ask about the weather a lot, and yes, it's hot. It's hot here a lot. I'm not gonna lie, we have hot weather. Some people love it, some people don't love it. It's just a matter of preference. We have, however, I do want to clarify that from about December through about April, we have some phenomenal weather. It is, just perfect. Like you don't have to wear a jacket, but yet it's not hot. We may get like 2 or 3 like cold days in the wintertime where you actually get out a jacket. Because I'm wimpy, I get out like my puffer jacket on like when it gets in the 60s, I'm like in my warm jacket. Most people don't need to do that. But then, starting about May, end of April, 1st of May, this year it started really in June. It just gets hot, and it's just hot. You're in the 90s almost every day until about November. And then, or actually now, it's October now, and we've got some 80 days. So, we do have some heat. We do have a lot of rain. We have lots of thunderstorms that happen. That happens to help cool down things in the summer because most of our rains happen in the summertime. And so, if you love doing outdoor activities, golf, tennis, being on the water, it's a great place to live for the weather. Go to the beach 365 days a year. So there's those kind of things that we love about the weather here in Florida. Okay, time out. We do have to talk for one quick second about hurricanes because this question comes up all the time and it's in the weather category. So people do have concerns about hurricanes in Florida, of course, but Central Florida is so far inland that typically, and I say typically because we have gotten hit by a couple of hurricanes over the decades, but typically we don't have the same type of winds that you have right on the coast. In the coastal regions, yes, hurricanes are a huge concern, flooding is a huge concern, that sort of thing. But in Central Florida, we will get some winds, but by the time they land and they come inland, they're down to about a Category 1. So we don't really have to worry about hurricanes as much here as they do on the coast of Florida. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled questions. Number 4, the diversity. Okay, so people ask me that a lot, and I'm always surprised when I get that question. They'll say, how diverse is Central Florida? Or how diverse is Winter Garden? Or how diverse is Lake Mary? How diverse is, any area, St. Cloud? Name any of the suburbs that we've been talking about just now. Orlando is so diverse. You can be going into the grocery store and you'll probably hear a language or two different than English. There are people here from all races, all ethnicities, all religious beliefs, all political beliefs. We have a very, very diverse area. And I think that's because Orlando is kind of a mecca for people who love Disney, and they may either move here for that or they may move here for different job opportunities. We do have quite a large tech opportunity here in the Orlando area. So we do get people just from all over the world. So yes, it's very diverse here. So if you have that question, now you have the answer. Number 5, and last but not least, taxes. So I do get this question a lot. Most people know that Florida has no state income tax. So that's a big benefit about living in the Central Florida area, or not just Central Florida, the whole state of Florida. There is no income taxes. That's a huge benefit. We have a 6% sales tax. It does vary. A couple of counties may have a little slight higher sales tax than that, but that's lower than the national average, I believe. And also our property taxes are just slightly lower than the national average as well. So, you combine low property taxes, sales tax that's reasonable, and no state income tax. People are coming here in droves to escape some of the high tax states. And that's a great opportunity for anybody who wants to avoid paying high taxes. I don't know anybody who wants to pay high taxes. Maybe there are some people who do, but anyways, those are my top 5 questions that I get from you guys all the time. I hope it was helpful today. Please like, subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends, and be sure to check out my next video. Take care. Bye-bye now.